So, as the world goes dark and your vision goes dark, you see him looking down at you all as if born of some undying known power. You'll fix it all now. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I give you this gift. Your world will become one with the past, one with the future, and you will make sense of it all.
Is that what we all hear?
Yeah, as you're looking up at him, you see him lean down, and you see his face unshrouded from the purple. You see this skull-like face with a what looks the crown on top of his head. If in the right light, it looks kind of like a top hat with some skulls on it. I'll take you back to fix it all. Isn't that what you really wanted now? As you see his mouth get a little bit different, you see a serpentine creature come around his neck and its eyes open. And for a moment, you all see something different. Something a lot more strange, because this is not an Endorian from what you saw. This looks like somebody entirely different.
To recall someone here.
Have no fear, you're going to go back and fix it. You're going to make a very fun toy. Now, at this moment, all of you slam through what looks like a reality breaking apart, planes coming together as you all slam into this, what looks like a battlefield of ruination. And you all slowly are coming to as you see people around you, different people. Claudius, you're the first to open your eyes, and you see your hands, and then you see everything around you once more. It looks as if Vandal doesn't have his mask anymore. It's his full face showing. Um, Rick, you are less robotic and more humanoid, but you still have all the strength that you once had. Oscar, you're the same actually. There's nothing that happened to you. But all of you look over and you see a very young looking man next to you, followed by a robot, a man who looks like he's burning with fury, a woman with a trident like weapon. You also see what looks to be a younger version of the Pale King that you saw on your ship at one point. You see a man over there that bears fangs, but also is okay. You also see a woman with hovering blades all around her. You also see a man shrouded in darkness with a single katana. You also see another man who looks as if he has the power of light and dark at his disposal. And then you all see. No, no. You also see a man, a giant robot, smoking and bellowing as his helmet's like half open. You see a very burning eye. Now, I'm gonna say that E would actually be walking up as the new winner of said fight that just happened. Hey, Kami Joe, who the fuck are these people, and why did they show up after you all killed Varsh?
Will we be using the same character sheets?
Yes, there'll be some
Uh,
changes that I'll go through later.
uh, can can Oscar respond?
Well, Kami Joe hasn't said anything.
Oh,
Does Claudius notice anything about himself?
Which is
Yeah.
when I'm like, wait, who are you?
Uh, it would have been a 16. Do I remember if that name, Kamijo or not Kamijo,
Well, first Hendrik is
was on,
slightly
thing?
disoriented right
Was
now,
it on-
and for Kamicho,
was
well,
it on that pillar in the
Yeah,
tombs
yes,
above
yes, yes. Just yes. That's what it is. Like, this was immediately after Kamijo got the final hits on him.
Kamijo's immediately looks at them and he's going to see, do they seem hostile at all?
Claudius, Vandal, all of you.
I mean, do I technically have my my runner out, my crowd?
No, you don't. But I will tell you right now, you might want to rethink on summoning runners. Like, you literally feel like hands dig into your shoulder, like on the spiritual side. Do not bring me out.
I wasn't going to, but that's,
He's telling you that.
I do have this spear equipped though. Right, I'm like holding it.
Like, really, just calm down. Alright, yeah, you still have the sphere. Now, they don't look necessarily aggressive. You see Claudius, who looks incredibly young now, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Vandal, you now have the pendant literally on yourself, and you are no longer what you were. You are back to how you once were when you had that pendant last.
Well, that's a nice feeling. But, bigger question. You have us at a disadvantage. Who are you?
Well, first, according for Kamijo, do they seem hostile
They
at
don't.
all?
They don't seem. They seem on edge, but that's because they probably don't know where they are. You can tell that just from seeing them.
Well,
Wait, which one is Kamijo?
This one right here.
Wait, they don't know where they're at?
You guys are.
so, I guess Kamijo, speaking in Japa dialect, is just gonna say, who exactly are you? And
You all understand him very clearly, and you don't know why.
oh, that's interesting.
Wait, so we understand him, but he
He's-
just isn't
he
responding
spoke-
to me.
No, he said that. Like, you also understand him, Kamijo. You know all languages as Kami.
But-
Kamijo knows all languages.
Yeah.
But he's not responding?
You just said.
He's just asking, so who's everyone here? The group.
Yeah, and I asked him because they have us at a disadvantage when they're 9 against 5.
You see him pull his bow. You working with Varsh?
Who the hell is Varsh?
I'm gonna whisper something to him. He was on the pillar.
And I'm gonna whisper back. I read a name. That doesn't mean I know who it is.
He was a hero.
Might have been, but again, I don't know who he is. He
Oh.
could have turned against these people. I have no idea.
I'm gonna step over to Kamijo and stick my hand out like I'm getting ready to shake his hand. My name's Rick Clark.
Huh, well. You see him come up. Hey! He's holding his hand out to Claudius.
When I stick my hand out to shake it, because that's respect.
I already said you noticed your hands.
Okay. Well, I'm Claudius Moore.
Dan Smith! It's yeah.
Nice to meet you, Dan. My name. My friends call me Moon.
Alright, yeah, yeah.
Well, I noticed something, so it's fair.
No, that's just how he responded to you. That's literally how he responded.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Kamijo what the year is. Kamijo, can you tell me what the year is? Sorry, I hit my head a little while ago.
1357.
A little bit fuzzy.
It'd be 1357.
Yeah. 1357.
What year was it we were just in?
14. So I don't know. I have it on the one sheet. It's like 120 years later, somewhere in there.
Yeah, like
So
14.
we're 120 years in the past.
What you gathered.
120 years in the past. There we go.
It's weird that we de-aged in that method.
So,
we didn't necessarily de-age.
It's certain things that you guys had that changed you to who you were. Immune to transformation was Rick because he had the spear. Vandal, you literally were a part of your pendant, so you returned to how you were. Claudius, you literally were begging your life to go on. That's what you're looking for. Oscar, you cannot be affected by it due to being Vale crowned. However, cool thing, the Vale was just made. Hendrik, you also were part Endorian, so you didn't change either.
yeah, attunement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, all of my scratches are gone then. Like all the scuffs and scratches and dents are gone.
No, you're more humanoid now, but you still have that power. Like it's as if it became flesh.
So if I didn't have the pendant, what would have happened?
You would have been yourself.
Oh.
Just normal Vandal Gold. But
Oh,
no,
I'm pretty
you
happy.
turn back. Anyway, Kami Joe, he asked. What did you ask? I forgot.
Micho just asked, so who are you all, and where did you come from? Like, you could see Kamicho, like, looking at Rick's hand, and it's like he's gonna, like, just, like, looking at it, he's just gonna slowly approach. I guess you are very, very far away for this custom to appear here.
Actually, the people of Eastgate literally did the same thing. That's what they had on them. Like, half their bodies were that. Historia was just like that. But this is also
Okay,
the time when that got
No, he
destroyed.
meant the handshake.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's the handshake's what I'm talking about.
Got it.
Is he gonna reach over to shake my hand though?
Kamicho, he does do that slowly.
As he gets close, I'm gonna pull my hand back. Too slow. Like run it through my hair.
Oh, that's. Oh, Kamicho just is frowning. He's frowning right now.
Oh no. He's gonna beat your ass now.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know if anybody was like talking to me or what, but I couldn't hear anything.
Nobody was saying anything.
Okay, because there was like pings going on my character, and I couldn't hear anybody, and I didn't know what was going on.
Okay, well, I'm just pinging Vandal, so it's Kami just gonna look over to where Vandal
Oh,
is.
he's gonna ignore me.
Yep,
Damn, left me hanging.
yep, he will because your first impression is terrible now.
God awful.
Hey, you knew Rick was gonna do something like that, though.
Oh, I know you were gonna do something like that, but Kamicho is a bit more offended on that part. Yeah. Also, I guess like Kamijo's gonna turn over to. So, how about you? You seem to be a bit more receptive,
Receptive to what exactly?
at least to some talking. At least one who isn't as rude, I'd say.
We both know that was funny.
Well, the name is Vandal Gold. I don't think we're supposed to be here, but you've probably already gathered that.
Yes, very much so. We've just finished a fight, you could say. But it's strange, after we finished defeating someone, you all showed up.
So,
And
as you guys are talking, you see half of the temple's decaying, while the other one is turning to what looks like just half boards, like as if it was still being constructed, and then it freezes like that.
isn't it about time, Satis?
He just turns to you. For what?
Wasn't there something else that you were going to do now? I know we were all preparing to leave, but I thought you wanted to stay behind a bit longer.
I
These
did.
people are not gonna...
Give
I
them a
don't
little
see
bit
any
of
harm
hope
in these
here.
people.
Give people a little hope up here and try and change it up, but I don't know what's happening to the sides. Like, so right here would be all decaying, and the one in red would be, like, still being built. Or blue, green.
Do we know which Endorian was released?
You don't, Hendrik and Claudius would. Well, you all actually saw him, so yeah.
So we do know
Hendrik's
who
gonna
was
answer
released?
Vandal. So Hendrik's answering Vandal. That would be Ouroboros. But I don't think at the end there, I don't think that was quite Ouroboros. No. I think I know who that person was though. But I'm not sure exactly what he did to bring us here.
Where are you guys heading out?
Well, we were trying to take our leave. This is Kamijo speaking. As you could see, we're all a bit wary from our bout. We just defeated a man named Barsh.
Yeah.
Someone who tried to, you could say, take over the world, in
Yeah.
a sense.
Every one of them looks beaten and bruised. Like, they've been, how you three were looking, they looked like that.
So we could have taken them all.
Yeah, probably
Change
not.
history right for the Boers.
Probably not. I'll be real. Even if they're in their defensive state, they're insane.
What about you, Dan? What do you think of these people?
I don't know. They haven't done anything.
Would you like to leave?
Well, I gotta go down to China, send her some flowers again. Gotta go check on Tiberius. So yeah.
Yeah.
You said
Well?
this one is decaying?
Yeah, that's like old and decaying.
I'm gonna... Hey, do any of you see anything off with that?
Yes, they do.
They do?
Everybody does.
Yes.
Is that how it was before?
No.
No. It seems to have started as soon as we killed the attempted usurper of the universe, I guess.
At this point, I don't really know what's going on. I just know I feel a lot better.
He's Satis, right?
Yeah, he's walking back into the temple.
Can Hendrik say something to Satis?
Yeah, he just turns as you kind of call out.
Satis! No matter what, please, if you have to give in to power, at least make sure you do it right. I'm not sure if Satis would actually understand Hendrik, though.
Satis actually does. He already had the language for American.
Okay.
He pushes you out of the way. Give me a second. I actually have his sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, I have his sheet in this.
Uh-oh.
I don't know That's Pale Kingers.
Did Hendrik just piss off Satis?
Absolutely did. But you gotta think. He's kind of quick to anger anyway.
Yeah, I knew that part. Shoot. I guess I could have worded it in a better way.
I don't think there's any way of saying that, because he doesn't know what happens, but... Yeah. About this point, you see him grab onto, your collar.
Roundabout way, out of character. This is a great way to solve one of our other plot lines with the Pale King.
Fix it. Fix it.
Literally.
Just
I
like,
can fix it.
we'll just stop it. Well,
Take him down now.
he lifts you up, and the hell do you know about power and what I need to kill him? You know nothing about me.
Pale King, right?
Rick's gonna.
Is Hendrik still hurt right now?
Not really. No, you're currently being held up. The hell about the Pale King? What about him?
Rick
Just
can
know
put
that-
his hand on his shoulder.
If you go at it alone, he's going to take over you.
Like
Rick
hell he
can
will.
Put his hand on his shoulder before Hendrik says anything. He didn't say anything about the Pale King. He said something about power.
No, Hendrik is saying exactly what he's saying.
But he's literally holding you up. He's a strong motherfucker. This dude he's literally been to hell and back. You know what he's been through.
Does Oscar have any tobacco and papers on him?
Yeah, you still have
He's
all
gonna
your
roll it. He's gonna roll a cigarette and start to smoke it.
About this point, though, he does give a good, solid, hefty punch to you. 22 hits, right?
Yeah, 22 does hit Hendrik.
10
Does
bludgeoning.
Oscar hold on. Does Oscar have spell slots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, am I at full health at this point? Because I'm still
Okay.
No.
So,
okay, not that.
what spell slots do I have?
You have all of them.
Okay, then I want to cast this at a level 2.
22,
On
I think.
Hendrik.
I think 22 still hits.
On Hendrik, even at a level 2?
I'm 21 AC, so
Oh, then yeah, no, it wouldn't hit. You got a 22.
Okay.
As you
so-
just see him break into his fist, just, and he throws him down to the ground. He's pretty much over top of him. You don't know anything about me, boy, and if you dare try to even conceive of a notion that where you do, make sure to kill you just like we did Devarsh. And whatever it is about the Pale King, I don't want to know. I don't give a damn about him.
isn't that your? But didn't you want power?
He looks at you.
How far will you go for your quest for power? I want to know.
Whatever it takes.
Even if it means that you become a part of the Pale King?
Does the Pale King have power that I don't know about? Are you trying to send me to my death fighting him?
No.
Then why are you saying it?
Because you will end up choosing to fight him. Hendrik's gonna get back up and he's just gonna grab Satis by the shoulders. Look, if you choose to continue on the path of power you seek, you're going to become the Pale King. You won't be you anymore. At that point, what's the point of your power if you don't even get to be yourself?
You just hear a clap.
As Hendrik's gonna look around.
Well, isn't that just delightful?
Oh no.
Vlad Gladden, I'm surprised. I didn't expect to see you here, and now. This is
Huh?
yeah. You shouldn't be here, but here you are.
How
And
did you know?
I know a lot of things.
We need to
See,
get out of here. Is it just us? Is it just us that's here right now?
yeah. So you just see him look at you. So how'd you get here? Don't worry. Don't worry. I have no power at the temple. It's not a part of me or anything. You see, Satis take a step back. He honestly looks a little bit intimidated by him because his last interaction with him, in story wise, was the Pale King just walking up to him and him backing up. It was fucking yeah.
What are you? Is it you that's doing this to the temple?
Oh no, that would be you. Congratulations, you've brought hell upon this time. You remember in the books you all read where there's that great event that took place with Vars trying to end the universe and everything, and the planes. Well, I feel as if you just extended it.
And you say that now? Why?
I want to see how it plays out. It's all fun. I love this. I love the fear and hostility that comes from all of it. Because those two, the way that they're looking at you now, knowing that you brought this plague to an extension, they might want to kill you. But I also know their entire army is currently fighting on the River Styx. And just how many people are going to die in it.
Does Hendrik feel good enough to use a spell right now?
Yeah.
Everyone come close right now as Hendrik's telling that to Oscar. Like, he's moving. And it's like Oscar, Claudius, Vandal, everyone. And it's like, he's gonna grab onto Kamicho and Satis.
So Satis actually pushes him back. He doesn't want to be part of this. Just he doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Rick's gonna have time.
Kamicho, don't trust him.
Rick's gonna try and grab Satis.
Oh, dude, good luck.
Oh no! If you get pulled out of this is gonna be bad.
Yeah, good luck, bro.
Oh wait, why is it with advantage? I'm a large creature, aren't I?
Because he has advantage against grapple checks. I told you, these characters, when they were in the very last fight, were fucking stacked. So, there's certain things that they just get for it.
Okay. Can I do a history check on something that I remember the most right now?
Sure.
What does Hendrik, in his mind, like, what is the place that he is most familiar with right now?
Give me a D10.
Okay, a D10.
So that would be the very first place that you met Claudius and Vandal. Mount Friar. As you all just see him pull his arms out as everybody's close. Satis prevents Kamijo from going with him. He doesn't trust you guys.
Hendrik's gonna try to make a plea to Kamicho. Please, at least keep Satis away from him. Please. Make sure to stop him.
Things that are set in stone will never go away. A horn to bring the rage, and the rage to bring the beast to me. My death is only the start of a great scheme that he always will go down.
Damn you, Pale King. Who's to say that we can't shatter the stone and spread the fragments everywhere?
You have no power here?
That's
what you said, isn't it? You have
help
no
us
power?
take Satis away from here now.
So
I'm gonna try to persuade Kamijo at this
Kamijo will do it. Like, I'm just gonna tell you, Kamijo will probably do it. Like,
Okay.
because he knows how Satis is, he also has seen what's happened with Satis and how easy he is to be hostile. Like, it's pretty easy to know that that's what would happen.
In
Now,
that case, does that mean that they're gonna contest the athletics against each other now?
no, they're moving. Like, they're moving out of there. They're not gonna be teleported because they don't know where you're going. They don't trust you. But they aren't going to
okay.
be like
Okay,
around the
so
Pale
as long
King.
as Kamijo is just grabbing Satis and running the hell out,
Yeah.
then let's go to the place I remember the most.
Now, all of you feel your bodies contort, and then for a moment, it seems very, very odd to another place. Uh,
Here,
yeah.
because this is not going to be a fair fight.
Actually, I'll say it's a different place, because I think I deleted Mouth Fryer. Yeah, I deleted Mouth
Last
Fryer.
line, that last line. I'm gonna need some healing.
Yeah, I'm gonna need healing.
Yeah, I max 30 damage. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got
we
you
also
guys.
damage from teleporting.
No.
Oh no, the damage for me, the damage isn't from the it's from actually using the teleport itself.
I mean, it says each teleporting creature or the target object takes 3d10 force damage.
That's only if you're hitting, the
Yeah, the mishap.
yeah.
But,
Oh.
yeah.
So, hopefully, at the very least, hopefully, Hendrik is convinced Kamijo to at least run away with Satis, like ASAP.
Oh, most definitely. They're gone.
Great.
Okay, this map's too laggy. Shit. Alright,
Mount
well,
Fryer. Wait, wouldn't that be destroyed now?
yeah, it was, but I'm teleporting you someplace else because I don't even have that.
Rick can use his ability to teleport you guys.
Well, we can go to the train, can't we?
There is no train.
Yeah, Rick can use his Amethyst Outburst to cast teleport.
Wait, what about that one town that we saved from bandits?
Hasn't happened yet.
Well, none of this has happened yet, technically.
Yeah, you're just going to a place that you remember, so...
Technically,
it's
Aurora
whatever
Borealis is
Hendrik
the only thing you remember.
No, he remembers a few.
But all of it would have happened in the future.
Yeah. But
So-
some places he can still remember. Like, some places are still around.
Quinton, you've been in Texas, correct?
What I'm saying is that town we saved from bandits,
So,
you could remember
200
that.
200 years ago, Texas
You all still have your
existed.
memories. It's not like you're gone.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, he could remember that town. He could remember a lot of different places. I don't know.
Quinton, you've been to Texas, correct? Texas existed 200 years ago.
Aha.
So you have
Oh.
memories of something that would happen in the future, but you would still be able
So,
to teleport.
All of
that's
you
weird.
slowly slam back down.
Our character's supposed to be outside too.
Don't worry about them. They'll get deleted.
Wait. What? Why are we here?
That's where he remembers most.
What
It's-
is this place?
No. No.
Oh my god.
No.
This is where we first met Oscar. I mean,
Did
not.
This is
not
where we
quite.
met Rick.
And
I'm just
Oscar.
gonna look around,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go, like, walk as quickly as I can to the meeting room and see if they're in there.
There's nobody in there.
Put my guns back.
So you were ready.
Well,
Ugh.
Vandal,
Couldn't have got us back here a couple hours earlier.
I have to get rid of the cough now that I worked on.
No, you don't.
Vandal, he doesn't cough anymore. He's young. He's not old anymore.
As Hendrik takes bearings of his current surroundings, let's see, how much different does it look right now?
It looks nearly the same, only definitely brand new compared to everything before.
You know, I wonder if they're gonna be very confused by the fact that we're inside right now.
And that we look different, but that's not the point.
Well, they're not gonna know who we are.
Would
clearly.
they wouldn't know who I am.
Does Hendrik
Well,
remember
yeah,
their
they
names
are.
again?
The Vinewoods.
The names of the people here? Like, does he remember them?
Yeah, they're just Vinewoods. They're not too crazy.
Can I hear the voices of anyone else that might be in the building?
Honestly, it seems really quiet.
Is anybody
Would it-
here?
It would appear that there's no one here. However,
Give me a moment.
give me just a second. Do I have any more of those little tickets?
What tickets?
Yeah, yeah, the tickets.
Yeah, you do.
I do have.
You
I have
all
2
hear.
coupons.
You
Let's go.
hear a man. Give me a moment. I'll be there.
Oh, I have the names of the people. Hans, Alexander Creed, Draven, Killian Vinewood, and Alder.
Alder's the only one I care about. I don't care about the rest.
What are the tokens?
Just for money.
It was like $8,000 tokens that you could buy like Steam Forged and Steampunk stuff with.
I gave somebody one of my tokens.
Yeah, I blew up my owl or something. Something took the owl. I don't know.
You see
Wait,
the
I
man
still have the
finally
owl,
come
don't
down
I?
the stairs. Not on you right now, but yeah. Oh, what brings you all around?
I'm, s- I'm sorry, but I think, to be fair, I think we're kind of lost. Do you mind telling us exactly where we are right now? I'm so sorry to intrude.
You're in Vinewood Manor.
Where are the
Dude.
Vinewoods?
I'm right here.
I'd like to walk over and shake his hand.
Pleasure.
Nice to meet
As
you.
well, sir.
Technically, magic isn't illegal anywhere in the world right now. is it?
Yeah, it is. Magic's always been illegal. What are you talking about?
No. I remember we talked about this.
Yeah.
It was only illegal for like the last 12 years.
Fully illegal. Like, people are still terrified of magic, like, especially because of what's been happening.
Mr. Vinewood,
Yeah.
not to impose or anything, but do you know anywhere around town that we could sleep and possibly eat?
Well, this is about the only place you're gonna find for miles, so feel free.
If you wouldn't mind, like I said, I wouldn't want to impose.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't get a lot of guests. I've definitely slimmed down my entirety of people coming in here, especially with all the peacekeepers slowly starting to become a thing around here. I ain't about that.
I
The
understand.
peacekeepers.
Yeah, they're, where are you guys from?
Well, to be honest, I'm from Aurora Vortalis.
Good free city up there. Yeah, well, peacekeepers are what they want to deem as law in this world right now, into our nation. Ever since the man went across the sea to fight in that tournament and never came back, we need to have higher restrictions in here. That way it's safer.
Tournament restrictions.
Yeah.
And what exactly happened?
Well, I think he went over there and he ended up dying, but they wouldn't give us the body back, from what I heard. And due to that, we need to have customs and some sort of law out here outside of just the bounties.
I see.
Yeah,
That's definitely not so good.
no, but most I've been doing is,
What
uh,
bounties are available right now?
well, not many. Not around these parts. If you want to go somewhere for bounties, go to the east. Oh my god, hold up. Yeah, starts walking. Gotta take some. Can't focus. see him pull open a drawer. Like, the door's just open. You see him do that. He pulls out what looks to be kind of like a pill, and he takes it. Well,
While he's over there, I'm gonna nudge Hendrik and tell him, "Hey, does your little ear thing still work with Ryu Ilyush? Shouldn't he still be alive at this point?"
Hendrik is going to like look at that ring that he has. Like he's just gonna go through his like pockets, and it's like, does he actually still have that on him?
you didn't set it down, did you?
No, never.
That means I should have mine
Then
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, you all have it.
We can talk to him in a moment. But as Hendrik looks at Mr. Vinewish, like he sees him take the pill. Is everything all right there?
Well, got a little sickness, and trying to take care of it before it's just one of them diseases that I heard about. So I'm trying to ease the pain. Well, they called it what was it? Cancer.
Cancer, you say?
Apparently it's taking my liver and my lungs at the same time. But no worries, my son will take care of it. And then his son will after that. Hopefully they do great things and I'm gone. They won't. That won't help.
The Greater Restoration will not help, huh?
No.
Would regenerate help?
No.
Well, figures it wouldn't.
You'd
Then.
have to
Technically,
take,
it's an over regeneration.
take the organs out and then regenerate the
Yeah.
organs.
But
Yeah,
But
no.
you probably die before they regenerate.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's so. Yeah, I
Oh,
was thinking about
sorry.
it, but it won't work. It won't work because if it would work, then it's like a great way to help a guy stay alive a bit longer.
I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to minimize it.
He
Yeah.
looks
Chill
like
the
that
phase,
one.
the disease has to meet the AC.
Yeah. You see him sit along the ledge. Yeah.
He looks like that one crow guy with the hat. Is he his dad?
What guy?
Yeah, he looked. Rick got blown back into a wall by some crow dude. Like he had like invisible crow powers.
No. Oh,
Look
that.
like Yorick.
Yeah, that I know what you're talking about now. My son though will be here anytime soon.
Who's your son?
Name's Maxwell.
Maxwell, you say?
Yeah. Him and his boy, like he wants another child, but yeah, his boy he's a little rambunctious fella.
How old is he?
He's about 2 now. His name's Alder.
Interesting.
All
Well,
that you say.
If it's
Yeah.
all right with you, can we stay for a while? I mean,
Feel
Hendrik's
free.
kind of like, yeah, looking pretty bad right now.
Yeah, feel free. But like I said, if you need like bounties or something, go to Junction City. They got everything going on right now. And if I ever wanted to see like peacekeepers, I definitely want them coming from there.
Well, Mr. Vinewood, the least I could do, if you can point me to a kitchen, the least I could do is cook a meal for you for letting us stay here.
Don't worry, we got people around here. Well, 1 or 2, I think.
Maybe we can all have a nice dinner together and get to know each other some more.
Yeah, I'll tell them to get cooking on some of my famous breakfasts. I normally don't hold dinner every day. We normally only host a big meal every Sunday.
I understand. What day is it now?
It's Friday.
All right. I got it. I know how we can keep them alive, bosses.
How?
While we do it, we cast Death Ward on him. He can't die. We cut out his organs, and then we regenerate his organs. Oh my God, that's the most evil thing I've ever said. But listen, we'll
Like
save
2
it.
hours ago, you mentioned killing a child.
No, not killing. I wanted to capture and use the child as a fall guy for us.
And how were you going to keep this child silent and/or profess to crimes he didn't commit?
Hey, they're making the food now. If you want, we all can take a seat. I got some drinks.
Be
Of
happy
course,
to.
thank you.
Why would this man accept an invitation if we just randomly happened upon his house?
He's lonely. He's dying too.
You see him sit down. He pours himself a drink, takes a drink, then he starts pouring you all some, and
To be fair, if I was dying, I would also probably like just sit down with strangers and eat.
you just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So tell me about yourselves. I don't normally get visitors out here, so.
I'm quite curious about the guest of yours that you're talking about that's going to arrive. Yes.
Oh, my son, yeah.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah,
You
he-
said his name was Maxwell.
Yeah, he's trying to go into the military out here, going to war.
Going to war.
Hmm.
Thinking about it, with who exactly? Like, is
Well,
there?
our nation kind of has something going on right now between the North and the South. I don't know why, but different opinions on things, apparently. Then you got them people who are just fearful of all the mysticism that you've been seeing in the sky and everything, thinking it's ill omens. So you got them Templars slowly showing up.
I've heard of some weird magic and stuff.
Yeah. You see him actually looking out the window. Oh, hey, look, I'm getting another visitor.
Hmm.
We're in here.
Recognize that guy.
Yeah, you do.
You do or don't?
You do out of character, but not in character. Oh,
Yeah, out
forgive
of
me. I
character.
did not know that you had visitors. It's fine, Seppos. Go and sit down. Oh, thank you. These friends are just sharing stories about themselves. Who are they? Well,
My name's Claudius Moore. Grew up in a native tribe and left there after a while and kind of went out on my own and mainly just been a bounty hunter for a little bit of time. Not much, to be honest.
what tribe you a part of?
Did I ever pick a name?
No.
Oh,
It's a perfect time to give a
Yeah,
name for your
that's
tribe.
pretty cool. Never actually did that.
Yeah.
Never got to.
Chakalawa?
Might want to put it on your sheet so you don't forget it either.
I'm going to.
Well, before we get too deep in conversation, out in the desert out in Egypt right now, they're doing a contest. Apparently, the Prince Nahir decided that it would be fair to host an event where, if he found the golden egg that he laid out there, don't worry, he's not a chicken. He didn't actually lay it. If you find it, that he would grant a wish. And apparently everybody's really going for it. I saw this one man though, he was with a group, he showed up a bit late. He tried to use what looked like a spell. He failed though, and water dumped on his head. It was hilarious, but eventually they handled it and they headed out.
And the contest is still going on in this time.
Yes, it's happening right now.
And we cut to Egypt.
Alright, everybody, let's go! where Lapis Azul is actually doing it.
Three.
This
Yeah,
game's all over the place.
We'll just go start as Crusaders all of a sudden, huh?
Look, Paul thinks you're all morons already, okay? Because he's a mage. He's a stereotypical mage. He's better than all of you.
But I don't want to impose, so please continue your story. Yeah, I'd like to hear it too.
Well, the Skeely tribe.
They're currently holding over the largest piece of land up north.
That's my people.
Why are you down here?
Just travel a bit. And I figured while I was out, I met a friend named John. Taught me how to kind of bounty hunt a little bit, just as a means to make some money and care for myself.
Yeah, in 100 years, maybe.
Well, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say.
Well, I say you can go back up there, like, and see what it's doing. I want you to send a message to your people that we here at Vinewood Manor don't want any harm to them. I'm not someone that wants war for no reason, you know. And that's what they all think. Your tribes up there, including your own, think that we're all bad people. We're not.
Rick's gonna actually chime in. Have any of you heard of Aislinn Ledoux?
Aslan?
Yeah.
Yeah, she comes through here so often.
I'm gonna elbow Oscar in the shoulder. Oh, I'm gonna show her I can do magic.
Oscar's just gonna nod. Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to pass your message along, sir. Anyone with your kind of hospitality clearly means nothing but goodwill.
So about this time, as you're talking, you see that they're coming out with like a feast, you know, big ass feast. There we go.
Last time we feasted together like this, I almost died.
This, you're right.
Hendrik's gonna be eating slowly.
Everybody, check the table. Check the table. Check the table.
Yeah, hey, wait. Rick puts his hand over the table. Does it bounce back?
No.
Considering that the
None of you guys are actually questioning that Vandal doesn't have a mask on either.
No.
Hendrik's just
Rick points at his
pretending.
face.
Hendrik is
Wait.
purposely not saying anything about it.
You know, purposely ignoring things like this. No
Yes,
one's also
he's
noticed the fact
purposely
that Claudius
ignoring
is
the
like,
fact that he's already seen it before, and he's not gonna
And,
mention
yeah,
it.
Claudius is like 30 years younger.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Rick hasn't processed it. CPU's
Hold on.
running low.
yeah, Claudius is like 23 years old.
Why don't you go ahead and
Hey,
roll perception, Rick?
Yeah, Rick just didn't see it. Look at that perception roll. He just didn't see it. He didn't see that at first, but now he can see them clearly. Wait. He's gonna try and steal the mask that's not there.
Okay, well, you're reaching over the food. Hey, hold on. Calm down, everybody. I think it'd be nice to say grace. If,
Well,
Of course, of course.
Well, I
hello.
believe we have a preacher in the group here.
Oh, we do. Is that so?
I'm pretty sure that's what we did the first time. We almost died.
You see him take off his hat and he sets it on his knee.
I'm gonna do the same.
Oscar takes off his hat. Please, dear Supreme Being, thank you for this meal, and let it nourish our bodies and strengthen our resolve for what things we may experience in the future. Show us down the right path.
I don't want to cut you off yet. I want you to know that it is customary for all of us to say a little bit during the grace. So after you're done, go ahead and hand it off to somebody. Thank you.
And make sure to smite down your foes, O Supreme Being. Smite the weak, amen. Bless you. I'll pass.
On to who?
Yes.
Rick's gonna chime in. And I really appreciate this second chance that we're given. Thank you. Amen.
Who you passing it off to?
I'm gonna look directly at Vandal in his face that I've never seen before.
Yeah, well, who's this Vandal you're talking about, dude?
No, it's not Vandal.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Hendrik is just playing dumb on that mark, but he's gonna continue on. I hope that things around. Let us hope that for whatever comes, we are able to surpass it, to continue on and grow with the times. No matter what may be thrown at us, may we be able to overcome it and perhaps claim our own destiny.
Who are you passing on to?
Hendrik's like looking. I guess since we're going clockwise here, we're gonna go clockwise here. Hendrik's looking to Claudius.
It would be a pleasure. Father, I ask that you guide us in the adventures that follow us. That you walk hand in hand with us, protecting us from injury, guiding us with health, laying down a path for us that we can follow down. We see your righteous hand upon us and understand that everything you give to us is a blessing, just like this meal, these newly acquired friends, with health and opportunities. Allow this feast and our travels to be bountiful, pleasurable, and meaningful. In your name. I just look at Vandal.
Yes. I hope for the strength to forgive those who have wronged you. Gritting teeth. And I don't know what else to say.
I can pick up from here.
I'll pass it off to you.
Thank you, Ra, and all the other gods among us. I wish to carry a legacy for everyone here. A future that we all will see hand in hand. May there be faith and love in everyone's hearts. May the new prince out in the desert raise a good kingdom. And may the people out here shine with his glory. I pass it on to you. Well, I thank all of you for your beautiful, beautiful sermons here. All these graces really make me feel a little bit better. Makes me feel that the world has so many different gods and virtues that you can really be accepting of all of them. In my God's name, in your God's name, I wish for this meal to be blessed by our hands, and we have a great night ahead of us. I welcome you all and with open arms to my table, and may your stomachs be full when you leave. I thank you all, and in every God's name, amen.
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 Fingers Morgan.
Roast.
So everybody starts getting some food. Seppo's hands Oscar some stuff going around. So is the other guy. It's all pretty customary for getting your plates all set up. And I will not,
The guns.
as you see him like cross his hands, I will not be the one taking first bite. That is for my guest. You see Seppos actually do like a customary bow and then starts eating. Thank you. No, thank you all for gracing me with this good fortune. As he starts eating as well, once somebody else has.
I'm gonna
Claudius
start.
will go ahead and
Yep,
thank him as
you get
well.
in. Yep, thanks, and after which starts digging in. Cause yeah, Hendrik's feeling a bit peckish now.
Do we regain our health?
I
Not
think
for a
it's a good
while.
idea to take
Okay.
his opportunity to, get the good long rest.
Yeah.
Long, long
This is
rest.
this is your this is your nights, you know.
So we still have the health that we had before.
Yeah.
Oh, this whole time I had like 100 health, and I'm like, what is going on?
Why is it? It should be just your own. Oh, here, I know why. It's because it's linked up the wrong way. Let me set that for you. Save settings. There you go. Yeah, you're fucked up. I apparently didn't set up Claudius's either.
What?
There you go. Okay. So, corn. That's the majority of what's there. Followed by some dessert dishes that is all there. And, yeah, you all have a very wonderful meal. You all look pretty mangled. You three, at least. What happened to you all?
I don't think you'd believe it if we tried to tell you anyways.
Well,
It's
even
a
if
crazy
I don't,
story.
even if I don't believe it, I like hearing stories.
Is this literally the same guy? No, it's his son. This is his dad.
Oh. First off, do you believe in mythical creatures?
Depends. Are we talking about vampires? Are we talking about what?
Oh, vampires, sure.
Oh yeah, I believe in vampires, werewolves, werecats, all that.
Well, also
I hear the heavy breathing.
before I even get started,
Oh, I apologize. I did not know that there was anything happening here. Go ahead and pull up a seat. Excuse me. He was looking at all three of you.
Is that Ilyich?
does he know something?
He's just watching you three.
Well, actually, he wouldn't know who I am. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe he.
Rick's gonna reach his hand over. Who are you? My name's Rick. Who are you?
Those
We're
three know my
eating right
name.
now, right? Yeah.
Oh, you're a friend of Ilias here. Are you close friends or are you only a little bit
As
friends?
you could say.
They
But
know me well enough to know about the secret. Oh, so you know he's a demon.
We sure do.
Wait, is Ilias here right now?
How does he remember us?
wait, we
Sorry.
gotta hear what's going
Claudius,
on
Sorry,
then.
sorry.
Claudius has a very large smile on his face. Looks at Ilish, goes, "Very nice to see you again, friend."
I don't know why you're here in this time.
I'm just going to.
To be honest with you,
Oscar has a very, 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 very important question for Ilias.
go ahead. Claudius was excited. We're ruining his excitement.
Oscar's going to put his hands on his lap, lean forward, and look down at Ilias and ask him, do you know about a were-tiger curse?
No.
Fuck.
So you know exactly what happened, Iliush. to us.
I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know why you're here. I can only get the foresight of us meeting. My boon that I got, I still see images now and again, and you three were in it. A little different for a majority of you, though.
Rick's gonna
Yes.
sigh heavy. Listen, buddy, I know you haven't gotten to it yet, but I promise we're gonna try our hardest. You're gonna give us a mission, and we're gonna fail it.
Failure is just a part of life. If you fail and something happens because of it, it's going to happen. It happens. I don't think I would ever hold a grudge. I've lived too long a life for that.
And that boon of yours, does it even predict your end? I sorry if me asking was too rude for that.
It, it's not really. It doesn't predict my end. It predicts probability of it happening. And granted, helping you all has a very high chance of it turning out bad. But the way that I saw you all, you needed it. You're in a very
I'm gonna
bad
put
situation.
my hand on Ilyusha's shoulder. Buddy, I gotta tell you something. Does not end well for you.
Please don't touch me. And if I lose my life because of helping you all, I did something right because you're all still here today.
Well, to be honest, it's only fair to tell you thank you again for what you do end up doing.
Are you aware of what will happen to Satis?
I've seen a choice that he makes, yes.
Is there any possibility of him making a different choice, if at all?
Well, the reason he ended up going after him is somebody told him about the Pale King and his strength. And I didn't see that.
Hendrik's gonna shake his head. The Pale King is unfortunately. It's strange. He's extremely powerful, and yet it seems as if he's playing around.
Well, if you have all the time in the world, wouldn't you do the same?
Well, it's always the biggest things that break apart at the moment's notice.
Y'all are talking quite philosophy, all about that philosophy. I just want you all to have a good time here. The future will happen afterward. Just don't worry about it. Right here, right now, let's just be in the moment. I agree. We should.
I'd enjoy that.
Yeah, we could talk about it after the
And,
meal.
and Ilish, do not feel as if you need to hide anything. Go ahead. You can let it out. Are you all okay with this?
That'd be fine.
You,
Would be perfectly fine.
you see his hands turn like this red as it scorches up his body and immediately shows like his entire demonic visage. Thank you. I have no fear. We're not judgmental here.
We already seen it before, so he's not
Yeah.
surprised at all.
Rick's gonna, Rick's gonna
Oscar.
elbow Oscar. I got to touch that.
Oscar's going to look up and notice.
Hey, wait.
Chris,
Can Kra, can you tell me what kind of a devil or demon he is?
He's just a demon.
I kind of pictured this as I'll show you mine if you show me yours, and then I'll summon Kra. but I don't think that situation works here.
Do not bring me out in front of any of those heroes. Twilight runners weren't loved back then.
They're not loved at any time.
Well, so tell me, what about you down there who's been a little quiet? Oscar, yeah, they said your name was that.
Yes.
So tell me your story.
Hmm. Well, it's it's an interesting one, and it's one you wouldn't really want to hear. Uh,
Why is that?
I'm not I'm not a saint.
Listen, we've all done a lot of terrible things in our lives. You see Elias like tilt his head down. A lot of evil and terrible things. It's what you do afterward that really dictates how you are. Like even Sepos. I know that you wanted to keep it a little bit of a secret, but he rigged the entire game out there. He said he was doing business, right? Yes, I made it so that no one would win in the end. But that's because he has a different goal for the prince. He wishes for the prince to disband his throne to give it to him. That way he can bring forth a little bit of new light.
That's
But
definitely quite the scheme.
schemes and all that is a way of life nowadays. If you don't have another hand under the table, then who knows what's actually going to happen. You always have to play with a loaded deck.
I'm more concerned about how in the world will I be able to flip the table, to be fair.
Well, it depends. What table are we speaking about? What is it that you have in front of you that you need new cards for?
Well, to be fair, even after I get a little bit of rest, I'm not sure how to deal with the Pale King after all. I believe even he can be taken down. At the very least, if we want to keep if we want to keep everything peaceful at least, eventually he has to be taken down. Either that or he puts himself to rest.
Uh, Oscar, go ahead and roll a, let's do investigation.
Normal.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. Also, you can roll insight, I don't care.
Okay.
It's fine by me.
Do I notice anything?
Probably not. Does anyone use the lucky they still probably have?
I can't use it. Then none of them are enemies.
You know of.
I mean,
My golden rules, trust nobody.
this motherfucker did just make an aggressive. Don't touch me.
Yeah, well, he is also a demon.
Who? This guy?
Yeah, he went down. He went down. Touch me.
Well, you tried to touch him in his no-no square.
Is this?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly
You're-
why you're here either, to be fair.
No, he just, if you touch him, you'll notice his body's extremely hot. It'd make people freak out. Plus, it's just, you don't touch a demon. That's fucking weird.
Does my demon armor react to his demon form in any way?
Yeah, it seems like anytime you move toward him, it's sluggish.
Mm. Mhm. Mm. Mhm.
Him.
That's when you're moving your arm, like left arm toward Ilyish.
I never moved my left arm toward him, but that's interesting.
I'm telling you, like whenever you're like eating, like you move your arm slightly, it's really sluggish if it goes near him.
Mm. Mhm. Mhm.
So his armor was made out of a very, very weak demon.
No, I know what it is. Yep.
I'm.
To be fair,
Is-
you all have your own future ahead of you. I don't know what brought you here or whatever Ilias was talking about, where your future is lying or something. Just live in the moment. That's all we got going for us nowadays.
All right. Hendrik kind of looks just upward. Well, it's might as well take it one step at a time.
You know, I can't complain when it comes to filling this youthful again.
I just like the idea that Rick's being petty. He's got like one leg crossed over the other. He's got his head in his hand, like the thinking sort of half thinking pose. Then tattoo, then tattoo, then tattoo.
Dude could one shot you.
I know, but that's what he's doing though. Like,
Yeah.
Oh god, I hope his mom is just like that.
Dude, I don't know.
Well,
Um,
maybe this is a good time to load the deck now, after we rested.
well, we have some time. Feel free. Also, I see that jade pendant. You see Ilyash look over at Vandal. Where'd you get that? And
I may or may not be a pirate warlord.
do you know Kuritsushita Ryu?
That is a name that is somewhat familiar, yes.
He's my father. Like Ilyash says that. Adopted, at least.
I do believe he is also a warlord.
As he has the only airship out of those warlords.
Well, I do remember meeting him. A nice person, of course.
He nods and then just sits and starts eating. Well, you all spent probably about an hour eating, like just talking general stuff, learning a little bit about each other. Um, this is a lot of time where Vandal, Claudius, Hendrik, Rick, and Oscar all do a lot of bonding. Like this is your moment to fully get to know each other, because none of you really do. I need to get back to work if you don't mind. No worries. Have a good one. You all stay safe. He heads out as he turns back into normal. I'm a...
Well, he's one of my favorite characters in this whole campaign.
Ilish?
Yeah, I don't know, I just really like Ilish's character.
You need to run out and go and save him. You gotta tell him how he's gonna die, so that he doesn't die that way.
He accepts it. I
He's-
respect him for that.
Yeah, he's fully said that he knows that it probably leads to his end. So
Yeah, I mean, not many people can just say, I know my death and I accept it. But anyways, who wants to share their story first?
I think you should.
Because I know Oscar wants to be the very last, I know that.
I'm gonna point at you.
Do you want the full story?
All
Just
right.
curious
So
on whether
Oscar,
or not Maxwell is gonna show up. You know, wink, wink.
Oscar is
That'll
gonna
be a
say,
while.
you know what? You want a good story? Let me tell you a good story. Where am I originally from?
It'd be like 100 miles from Hardhome. So
Oh,
Southern Pantheon.
in Southern Pantheon. I was a religious man my whole life. I lived in an abbey my whole
You're the
my whole life.
mortician.
I was a mortician at the abbey. I lived to be into my 80s. It was a beautiful life. It was work that no one really wants to do, but you're blessed to be able to do this, to impart people to their last life. And then a young man comes to my abbey and says, "There's strange things happening. Have you seen anything?" And I said no, but really I had seen something. I'd seen this body as a dead body, and I processed it and put it in a grave. And then it started speaking to me in my head. But I told the young man I saw nothing strange. And then he investigated, and that body was not in the tomb I put it in. It was just gone. And then he left. And I came down the next day and it said, "Set me free. Why aren't you helping me?" And then I'm like, bro, that's crazy. I am helping. I'm putting all these dead bodies away. And then it was there again. And then I ran away. And then my mental just kept slowly getting destroyed and my sanity was just done. And I went on a murder spree and killed everybody in the abbey. And then I went down and I burned all the bodies. And this body that you see in front of you, my soul jumped into it. I went crazy. I killed all the guards that came. I burned the abbey down. I went on a murder rampage. It was a lot of fun. Good times. Good times.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
All right. You don't have to pull my leg. I'll tell you my story. Listen, I just want to preface this by saying, yeah, okay, maybe I was a little bit jealous of my mom, okay? Who doesn't want to cast fireballs and stuff from their hands? And I mean, she told me I was never going to be able to cast fireballs from my hands. She's a respectable woman, though. But where am I from again?
Up north.
Up north. It's just north of this town, right?
About give or take 200 miles. It wasn't all the way up in Aurora Vortalis, but it was a little bit like
The
you're,
outskirts.
yeah.
I was born in the outskirts of Aurora Borealis. My mom was always busy doing stuff. I didn't quite understand what she was doing. But every time she'd come around, she'd tell me that she just knew that my blood was always meant for something great, always meant for something important. She kept telling me that I was going to be the most powerful person in the universe, and that I'd be able to cast magic and stuff. But she didn't spend a whole lot of time with me. She was always busy doing stuff. Not like I said, the times that she was with me, she was always a decent person. I can't remember a time where she was ever especially mean to me. she always had this pet cat that she left with me, and I suspect she left it with me to make sure that it watched me. But one day she came back and told me that I was never going to be able to cast magic. And, it's kind of funny. I've never seen her upset, but that day she was really upset. Um, as far as I'm aware, disappointed. That's the best way I can describe it. Like, she was super disappointed, and ever since then, I told her I was going to go. I told her that she was wrong. She had to be wrong, and I was gonna go out and find my way to cast magic and be just as powerful as she was. I guess I guess she was right. I was never going to cast magic.
I've seen you cast magic, Rick.
It isn't me.
Well,
I have a stone in my arm, and the stone lets me cast magic. The stone can, but
well, I guess it's my turn. It's really weird that you know the Sealy tribe.
I
And it's
know.
still
I have to
the
make sure I know the surrounding area.
so to catch this up completely, I don't know how I got here right now. Um, I don't. My tribe's dead. Not now, but in the time that we're from, where we meet Ilyash, they're long gone. Um, I tried everything I could. I was young. I was a boy, a teen, I guess. When people were attacked at night, everyone was murdered. I tried to save my mother, who, like you, was sick. We tried every ritual we could, herb combination, anything, you name it, whatever we knew. Nothing worked. Carried my mom across the river trying to flee. Held her where she took her last breath. There was a woman there that was in charge of all of it to kill everyone. She told me I'd never see her again. So with my tribe being gone, I didn't know where to go. I started to wander, just a adopted native boy, and I traveled out, hunted, built huts and things that I could. However, um, I ended up on this farmland, saw a little cabin, and I was terrified, to be honest. I wasn't very familiar with most people. Now I could speak the same language we are right now. That was one of the benefits I had. Um, Hold on a second. So I was very scared of the being on a farm and just seeing a house like that. I didn't know. I didn't want to be killed. I was hungry and tired. And I hunted as much as I could, so I ran. I found a little small mountainside and made a fire there and slept through the night and said, I'll wake up in the morning when the sun rises and I'll go to I'll find the nearest river and I'll some water and that was the plan at least. And I got over to the river and bent over to get some water and heard just this growl, then another one. One of the most fearing sounds I've ever heard in my life, and I turned and it's just a pack of wolves standing there at me. I couldn't do anything. Most animals, I know they're territorial, but wouldn't attack, but these wolves they didn't care. I tried to fight as much as I could. It didn't matter. They won that. Knocked me to the ground, and the next thing I know, I'm out cold. A man woke me up splashing water on my face and asked him if I was okay. His name was John. Sorry, it's not the easiest things to talk about, completely, to be honest with you, but John Carlson was his name. He was actually the man that owned that house that I'm so worried about, and didn't expect someone to be so kind, but he helped me up, offered me into his home, introduced me to his wife and his son and daughter, cutest little things, young, probably about 4 or 5 years old, both of them, and they took care of me and they wrapped me up, gave me medicine, and helped me heal. And as he started talking to me, he asked me, he said, I don't know how you defend yourself with just a little knife like that and a bow. And I showed him some of what I did and stuff, and he told me, that's not what the world is now. He said, you don't know. And he's not wrong. Outside of my tribe, I didn't know, even sitting here right now, I didn't know all the things that were available out here and how scary it was. And I remember him handing me this Winchester rifle. Weirdest piece of machinery, which this seems so normal now. And he told me he started using it, shooting at his farm, his land, and over, just the echo, the way it bellowed through the land, it was terrifying. He told me it was okay, told me to hold it, taught me how to shoot. We became good friends, and like this closest thing I've ever had to a brother. And we'd go out and shoot. We'd travel a little bit once in a while. He liked to go out a couple weeks out of the year and everything. Educated me a little bit about the land, the territories, and the way what you mentioned, peacekeeper, the law, I guess, of the land, a little different than what it probably is right now. And we were out one night and we got attacked. I'll spare you the details, but I don't know if any of you have ever felt the feeling of looking your best friend and your brother in the eye while he lays in your arms like that and he takes his last breath. That's probably the most painful moment of my life, but something that's followed me as long as I can remember, to find someone again and find a new family and lose it. Claudius has got like a tear running down his eyes. He says this. I had to carry that man back. And I thought that was hard, but how do you look a woman in the eye and tell Anne that her husband died? I didn't know what to say. She knew. She knew when I walked up and knocked on her door that night. Cried. We had a funeral. Just the look on those kids' faces knowing they'd never see their dad again. And she let me keep that rifle. Um, I miss that rifle so much. I don't have it anymore, but I promised myself that no more evil would walk. People wouldn't walk and commit those acts again. So I mentioned to you that I was a bounty hunter, and that's what most people know me as. And so for years, that's all I did. I didn't care about the what? Oh my gosh, Oscar, shut up. So I didn't I didn't care about the money. I mean, it paid well, but it didn't matter. The biggest thing was knowing that you could rid the land of these people that murdered and killed and just pure evil walking. And so all I ever did was bounty hunt, almost for John's redemption. You know, I don't know if it's ever really done any good, and I hope it has, but I didn't want another family to have to go through that. So as I traveled, different events fell into place where I met these two to my right and left, and well, from there, there's a much longer story for another breakfast or dinner, or probably 3 or 4. But here we are. So there's that.
You got a lot of story behind you. All you do. Who's next to share?
So far, it's Oscar, Rick, and Claudius, huh? So it's between me and Vandal, huh?
Roll initiative.
I'm listening and plugging my headset up.
I mean, do you want to do it or no? Otherwise, Hendrik will do it.
Just go ahead. He's not gonna do it right now.
All right then.
How dare
Well,
he?
I mean, I can. I just needed to finish off flushing. I
Well,
suppose I could, unless you want to.
well, I guess Hendrik's gonna just start speaking now. So,
Okay.
yeah. Well, my story is jumbled to say the least. I could say a lot of things, but I guess I remember growing up, at least part of my childhood, in Aurora Vortalis. It was, for time being, a quiet life, you could say. I was with my parents, we hunted to survive. When I grew older, father always did train me in being able to use the staff a bit. To be fair, I never really did keep up with it that much, though. Mostly he taught me how to survive through being able to track prey going through the fields. And also, he did remind me from time to avoid the tribals in the natives in the area, since we were, I guess you could say, we're not on the best of terms, at least the big ones. But eventually, I actually went to eventually met Gregory Merrill. Um, he was the one who came to Aurora Vortalis one day, and
Is that man down in Mountain Center right now? The
yes,
one, the one
that's
with,
him.
the one with the grand reveal he's gonna do soon.
Yes, in Malin Academy.
Well, that's interesting. He's a good guy. Continue.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, I mean, it's like he did, well, I would say that after passing my parents some much needed gold, he took me under his wing, and I learned quite a fair bit from him in Malin Academy. I won't bore you with the details, but I guess the last part of the assignment, you could say, was I eventually went to go to, you could say, Mount Friar to learn of the new technologies that were going to be in place, and if anything, to find a new lease on life. I wanted to travel for a fair bit to find out what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, or something close to it. Overall, I'd say it's been a pretty eventful adventure. Uh, Being blamed for an explosion at Mount Friar, and well, not really being blamed, but being under need for questioning, and ended up traveling with these two here initially before being joined in by Oscar and Rick here. Hmm. So as Hendrik is talking, like how is he reacting? Like the two of them.
Sepos is just listening. He seems like he's collecting information. Like he likes collecting information. Um, as for Vinewood, he's nodding, being very a part of your story. He is very interested in everybody's story here.
Oscar remembers something. It doesn't say anything about it.
Hmm. It's out of character. Like, what exactly did we do? Like, at least like what was present day? Like, what did we do in the Vine Marsh Manor again?
The Vinewood Manor, all you
Vine
did, you met up. Technically, you never went in. Only time they did was when Vandal was getting his ass beat, and then ended up, you ended up getting the mission to kill Iliash within a week. Then you broke out the seal on his chest, and then he died. Only get brought back by you guys.
Yeah. I wonder how exactly it came to be that the Vinewood Manor eventually opposes him. That's a good question, because it seems like they're on good terms right now.
Well, there's 2 generations of people away. It's Alder that has a problem with him.
Yeah, and
So,
I have a problem with Alder. So if we can kill that 2-year-old, I'll be happy.
hmm.
Not that I
Is
said that.
If only
so
we could keep
is
this
that
guy
your
alive
story?
longer so that they take care of the Spectre. That's what it is.
So is that your story of
Well,
Mountain?
to be fair, I mean, um, well, there's more to the story you could say, but I'm not sure how much we should say, actually.
Well, I'll be here for a while, so we always can come back to your story if you remember different parts of it.
But how how close are you with Iliash?
He's a good worker. He came here when he said he was lost for a while. He didn't want to. He went to the mountains in Japan for a while, and then he decided that being over there was too dangerous, so he came over here, and he just started working around. He's a part of the military now, and he comes around here, gives me some help when I need it. Overall, good person. So fairly close, I guess.
Out
Close
of
enough to know his secret.
out of curiosity, what about your son and or at least like your son? Like, how does your son see him?
Well, they all like him. He's a good uncle for Alder. He's, just a good guy. He's always here.
Hmm, I see. Just I hmm. You could see Hendrik kind of like wanting to say something, but not, like not like you could see that on his face that it's he he wants to say it, and yet at the same time he really doesn't want to say it. He's conflicted.
He looks over to Vandal. You're the only one who hasn't shared your story now. Second to Seppo. Second.
Ah, of course. Well. There are spots that I don't quite remember. But I remember having my original crew and ship with Agatha and Luca. Initially, Luca came to me with one arm, asking
Or Gotha, you
Yeah.
mean?
yeah, Urgoth.
the steam forged.
Oh, Urgotha came with one arm, that's right. Okay. I messed that up. My bad. Urgotha came with one arm, asking to sail somewhere for a replacement, which I agreed to. And once he got that arm, I continued being a warlord, a pirate, doing what pirates do. Eventually got caught by peacekeepers, and he broke me out. And after years of piracy, I eventually learned of the treasure of Atlantis, and I attempted to make my way there. However, that is where I initially met the Pale King. And my ship and crew, I thought, were all lost to the sea. Recently, I have seen some of them appear, unexpectedly, in the last few weeks. Some of which have tried to kill me.
What did you do to try and stop them from killing you?
Well, if you'd like to interrupt the story, one of them I simply talked to and he left. One of them I tried to talk to and he stole a child, at least a demon, and yeah, that's what he did. But after losing the Bell King, there's a bit of a black spot, and then I woke on a shoreline, eventually made another crew, got another ship, and continued being a pirate until the peacekeepers caught me, and that's how I met Claudius over here.
So you've had a life of adventurous. A lot going on for you. Life of adventure. You ever thinking of going back for Atlantis?
I have thought about it from time to time.
For what Elias has told me about the warlords, it's apparently your greatest treasure.
Yes, all I need to deal with is the Pale King. Of course. Naturally.
I've heard stories about him. But so you all met up at different times throughout your life, and now here you are at my table. It's a pleasure, really. What about you, Sepos? Care to share your story? Of course I will. I was born out in Egypt for a little while ago. We ended up going months without food and water, so we had to end up learning new ways of creating it. By trade, I am what some would call an arcanist, a mystic in the way of being able to use my body for more magic. I use it to collect information so I can change the people's lives around me. I've focused a lot of my time on changing the landscape from a drought desert where we live to a perfect oasis. I made the river of the Nile go down the entirety of Egypt's eastern shore, just so we all could have water and hospitality throughout all of it instead of dying from famine. All information that I gain, I use to better them, better myself, and find a way to help them in any way I can. That's why I want to have Prince Nahir surrender the throne. I want to help the people, and he's very foolish. He wants all of that to happen. He doesn't want to help them, they want to just be greedy. But that's really all it is.
Oscar's going to say, be careful of what kind of power you seek.
What do you mean?
Power leads to corruption.
Have we met before?
In another time.
Did I manage to succeed?
I don't really know how to answer that. Depends on what you mean by, did you succeed?
Well, you could always tell me what happened. I could change the outcome based on what you know.
I'm curious to see what you'll do.
If it's the same as what you see, then hopefully it succeeds and I'm in a good place at the end of it. Like I said, all knowledge I want to contain and carry forth. Well, it looks as if that's all you guys' stories.
Rick's gonna nudge him. Look, he sounds like a really nice guy. Can you tell him what his future is gonna be?
Who's Rick saying that to?
Oscar.
I'm curious to see what he'll do with a word of caution. When he encounters what he will encounter, I'm curious to see how he responds.
What does he encounter?
I don't want to ruin the fun.
And just literally nothing just to watch it happen again.
Well, what if he changes the outcome? What if he doesn't do what he does in our timeline? What if a word of caution from someone who knows his future will help him make the correct choice?
Yeah, no, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. All you've
You'd have to
done
be
is
specific, otherwise they'll just forget it with time.
either that or he'll be worried about things for the rest of his life and it'll have ruined his life.
Yeah, he'll walk outside, see a bitter end, and go,
He
nope, not taking a chance, not
he
taking
will
a chance.
he will come to a situation where he'll know, like,
No, he'll second guess every fight he's in.
no. I'm telling you, like, he will come to a situation where he will absolutely know the choice he makes now absolutely alters the course of his entire life forever. There will be one distinct moment, and he'll know when that is.
Yeah, but
I
he'll be
just
able to,
wanna,
he can make, like, multiple choices. You can always make, like, 4, 5, 6 choices.
well, depending on how far he's willing to go to seek power, determines how his life is gonna go. Like, I want to see what happens.
So,
No, I'll let all of you roll a. Let's say. Actually, only Hendrik. Hendrik, roll a investigation. Absolutely awful. You don't know anything.
That's really bad. I wish I could
Burning
change
guy?
that. Actually, wait. Let me see something.
We're enemies,
For eye for
right?
detail, would that help me or no?
Yes, actually.
Like being excessively good. Can I try to roll that? Try that
Yep.
again?
Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, I'll send you a
Hopefully
message.
better. Okay.
Where are you? There you are.
Okay.
So, well, you've all told me wonderful stories. I think you'd only be right for mine. Um, I grew up here. My father held this manor for a long time and get raided a lot because we're out in the middle of nowhere. Um, we try and keep our own uphold here. Did a lot of farming in my youth, and I still do. You'll go outside and you'll see corn for miles. Then next year it'll be beans, and then back to corn. You didn't know you can't plant the same crop every year, or you'll get nematodes, and it will actually destroy your entire crop. But don't matter. Um, I was in the military for a while. I ended up taking a bad injury. If you didn't know, I lost an eye, which clearly points to his eye. Got a lot of scars from it. Sometimes I wake up still screaming at what was happening. But I think that due to this infection that happened on the eye when I was younger, it's what's affecting my disease now. It lowered my immune system, and now I'm just slowly getting older and losing my way. But I thank you all for your stories. It made things a lot better.
Well, I'm glad. Glad I could help.
Hendrik's nodding his head.
Don't mind. I'm gonna retire to my quarters. If you find an open room, feel free. I'll be up on the top floor in mine. Suppose you feel like staying tonight, feel free. Thank you all, really. It was a blast. He heads upstairs.
I guess we're gonna go off to get rooms then.
He tries. Seppo's still sitting there, he's just enjoying the atmosphere.
Rick's gonna nudge
Can I share what
Hurricane.
you put me, and can I put it into the A-team chat or no?
You can, you'd have to tell them.
Well, that's what
Like, in
and
character, you'd have to tell them.
okay. And just to confirm, that's what happens to him, huh?
Apparently. Like, there's too many similarities to not think it wouldn't. Well, I will go ahead and head out as well. I'll find a room, I'll stay for the night. If you guys want anything, feel free to just ask.
Thank you. So I'm gonna add it to A-team chat now. So this This is what he will end up becoming.
Oh, why would you tell them?
You have to tell him in character still.
Yep, I'm going to, so. Okay, well. So. See, you've all noticed, right? Him? Especially you, Oscar?
Oscar's just going to pout.
He's similar, isn't he?
He's
To the
just
Endorian.
pouting. He's just pouting.
Oscar?
So upset of the snakeskin boots, huh?
Do I have those boots?
No.
The basilisk is still alive. We could go fight it if you wanted.
Is it?
No, you don't understand.
Does it even exist?
It doesn't exist?
Does it exist yet?
I don't know, but I can definitely find out.
Well, either way, Hendrik.
Well,
So,
I could summon a ship. We could go do it. We could go take it down.
Oh my god.
Let's go find out.
Zapos becomes the Endorian.
Or we could just make sure Galen dies. I don't know.
Now
Oh
that I think
yeah,
about it.
we could go do that. We could go kill Galen right now, couldn't we?
Everybody just ignored what Hendrik said.
Yeah, I heard it. You said that he's the Endorian.
Comes the Endorian.
He will
Actually,
become one.
we could take out everybody on my kill list right now, and everything will be great.
Specifically, he becomes this one.
Becomes chain.
Yeah. This one.
I like the glasses. That's a nice touch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can still call him Four Eyes.
My guy, I have to go tell him.
Well, I guess Hendrik's gonna go find a room and he's just gonna go, get some shut eye because I, out of character, also need shut eye.
Oscar, buddy.
What?
We have to go tell him.
Tell who?
We gotta go tell him that he's gonna become the
An
Endorian.
Endorian? Oh, come on. Why? I told you he would know what it was when it happened.
He's such a good guy, though. By that point, his mind is gonna be crazed and he's gonna think that he needs it.
You know what they say about the best intentions? As I just walk away.
Fine, Rick, whatever.
Claudius.
You have to come with
Jesse.
me.
Okay. He passed down his potatoes.
Do I recall exactly where the rooms were?
Yeah, they're upstairs somewhere.
I have a question. Do I have spell slots?
No, not yet.
Well, Hendrik's planning
It's
to
not
go
8 hours
with
yet.
you guys, wherever the rooms are at.
They're down.
What were you planning on doing, huh?
Is this his bed, or am I just taking his bed?
No, these are just quarters, so you can do that. He's at the
I'm
very,
sure he
very.
doesn't mind if I just take a bed with him. I don't really care anymore.
No, he's pretty far up. He's not.
Can I use this room?
Wait, this bro has
Actually, can I
a
use
pool
this room?
table? He has a pool table?
Yeah.
Hell.
Oh my god. Look, Rick wants to tell him, but he wants to play pool with Vandal.
I'm gonna use this room and sleep on this big ass couch.
Okay, at the same
Really?
time, yes, pool sounds amazing. Sleep sounds better, but pool sounds amazing.
Because he wants to tell.
So
He wants to talk. He wants to snowball. Talk it over with Vandal.
Alright. I guess you can convince me to play pool and talk for a little bit.
Whether it'd be a good idea or a bad idea.
Alright.
Sure.
We can play some pool. Let me roll math real fast, see if I win.
Oh. So you think it'd be a good idea to tell him because he did seem like pretty much the only useful Endorian, in the sense that the only one that didn't want us to just die.
Was
True.
Chain.
Yeah, that was Shane.
So do you want him to become an Endorian?
That's what I'm going about. Like, it might be beneficial to us in the future, because I assume that somebody has to be that Endorian, and he doesn't seem like a necessarily evil Endorian, even if some of his methods of gaining knowledge are evil.
See, as a pirate,
Well-
you gotta be a pragmatist, you know?
Also, he's a very good person.
True. But
So do
sometimes
we-
very good people have to die in order for many more people to live. It's just how
Okay.
things work.
Like the child, I understand, and I'm
I will fight you.
No, not the child you tried to save, but the one that you want to kill now.
Oh no, I'm gonna
Mhm,
sacrifice
mhm,
that child.
Oh yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
child is definitely gonna be our fall guy.
Alder
Yeah,
can be our fall guy.
yeah, I believe in letting Alder be the fall guy. I believe in it.
We'll grab Alder, go into the future, and say he did it.
Oh my god.
You expect me to believe this 2-year-old is a vampire? Yes. Yes, I do. Look at his fangs.
His
I feel like
motif.
fake fangs from like a Halloween store.
What do you
Throw
think?
them on there. Perfect.
Should we just?
I can just afflict him with a curse.
Look, he's a great guy.
You
I'm not
add
going to lie to
vampirism,
you,
bro.
But
I don't have vampirism.
if
Yeah,
he
that's
continues
not
to
how
be a
you
good
afflict
guy,
it, though.
he can't
No,
benefit
I'm
as
not.
many people.
No, I'm not trying to give him vampirism. I'm trying to give him a
He's
curse.
2
inflicted
years
disease.
old. He's 2 years old, guys.
I'm trying to give him a disease.
Oh my
I'm
lord.
fine with that.
Something debilitating, like a
He
degenerative nerve disorder.
He really messed me up in the future, so... And I was given a chance to change the future, so, you know.
I mean, technically, all of us have a chance to change
Yeah.
the future a bit.
So I think Oscar should be down here talking with us about that.
He's sleeping
You
now.
see, you're making a good point about that. We're here to change the future.
Okay, well, then where are you guys?
Pool table.
I'm just saying.
Introduction
Reverent
needs to
back
go
here.
to sleep right now. Well,
Okay,
I do.
goodbye,
So,
Hendrik.
nighty night, everyone. I
Good
gotta
night, man.
get off.
Where is the pool?
He
table?
can't help us if he's not an Endorian. So, I mean,
Where?
Do you see
it
my arrow?
sucks. It
Yeah.
sucks, but he might have to
Uh.
become an Endorian to help us, and we can help more people than he can. So, you know.
But that's just what you said was we're supposed to be trying to change the future, and so far the only thing that we have access to changing is changing his future.
His future, Ilyish's future, the Pale King's future.
Ilyich isn't interested in changing his future.
No, but
Oh,
we had a chance to change
we
it.
tried to change the Pale King's future. I wasn't strong enough to grapple with them.
That was just Saddest. That wasn't the Pale King.
No, but it becomes the Pale King.
Yeah.
And we didn't change that. Had the chance to, but we didn't.
So my point is since we're given this second chance, we should be trying to change stuff. More than just that. I think we should try and find a way to make, like, yeah, I know magic is scary, but there's a lot of people like Hendrik and Oscar here who are good people with magic. You can do good things with magic, not necessarily just you.
That's a little too grand of an idea far too quickly. You can't just make magic legal that quickly.
Oh, it's not illegal.
Try for something more like taking out certain key people to prevent further things.
I say we kill the Galen clones and not the real Galen. We kill all the Galen clones.
That would be a history check. Would we be able to check the history? Would that be able to? Would I be able to know through that history check? Why? What exactly made everybody throw up their hands and illegalize magic?
You have no clue. It just happened one time.
Would my mom know?
So you don't know. You never asked her.
Take to the seas and go find Aslan.
Oscar really needs to take a long rest so that he can try something.
Oh yeah, what do you want to try?
I have locate creature.
Locate what? Exactly.
Locate.
I can locate the pestilence beast, which might have my sealing dagger.
Yeah, it won't have.
You mean
it
the one in the
here.
future?
Yeah, you mean the ceiling.
The one that
dagger?
the Pale King still has at this given moment?
Ah, well, fuck me then. I need that. I need that back, so we're killing the Pale King.
It took 3 level 20s, one a hero, to do that. So let's find out if you guys can kill him.
We're gonna kill the Pale King.
Did you
we're
hear
gonna,
my story about the Pale King?
We're gonna kill the Galen clones.
Galum isn't even fucking doing anything right now.
We're gonna locate creature on the basilisk.
Locate creature is only for 1,000 feet around you.
No. Let me read.
Hey, that basilisk, that curse has been going on there for like 100 years. They said.
Yeah, well, you're 120 years.
The Pale King
Okay.
stuck his dagger.
Oh wait,
in his
120 years, and Alder's only 2.
Yes.
So he's 118 years old.
Yes.
That's bullshit.
Did you see what he is?
I don't need to know. That's bullshit.
Have you ever seen what he is?
Oscar, I think you should be the one to tell.
Wow, I have to tell him that he's gonna become an Endorian?
Yes.
The warning should be enough. He'll make his own decisions.
You know what, I'll be more specific. I won't tell him it's the Endorians per se, but I'll tell him about the kind of magic it is.
I'll be okay with that.
Go get him. Because I don't want to move my character piece.
Oh my god.
You'll know what room he went to.
Oh, well, I guess that's over.
Well, then I guess we just don't do that tonight, and we do that next session.
Or we forget about it and never talk about it again. That's great. Go Vandal.
Fine, screw you guys. I'm gonna remember that.
I'm
If
gonna
you
remember
go
how you
find
tried
him,
to kill the
if you
child
go,
that
if you
I
go,
tried to save.
if you go find him, I'll do my duty.
I hope he heard that, Rick, as I was screaming it as he ran away.
You also have to think, there was a lot of stuff said before you ended up in the past. Alright, one session here as you all head back to bed, because, Rick lost in pool.
I didn't lose.
Yeah,
Oh
he
yes,
did.
going back to my newly found fortress that I'm going to stay in for the next 118 years.
118 just so you can fucking kill Alder.
No, that'd be like, maybe, okay, it would be less than a year, because his uncle comes here apparently, and he might bring his kid at some point. At some point his kid might somehow walk into my blades, I don't know.
Huh.
And then, go flying out of a window, but that's not my problem.
Huh. Alright. One second. Well, they are all currently in the past. Or at least they think. Find out what happens next time on Chronicles of Pantheon.